is Fenrick versus Webb. Mr. Curtis Webb is here. And in this one, counsel is Tanya Candido. Is that correct?
That is correct. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Welcome to Centerville. You ever been here before?
I have not.
Well, my advice is come in the summertime. All right. And Carissa Finnerman Rarick is here. So is Mr. Webb. Mr. Webb, I don't think you were here yet when I went through the advice of rights. So I'm going to take a minute and advise you what your rights are. This is a termination of tenancy case. This is a property that this corporation bought in Sturgis, and I think they're trying to get everybody out of there to redo it. I'm not exactly clear, but they served a notice to quit on you some time ago, and I think way back in November. At any rate, in such a case, a termination of tenancy case, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to hire a lawyer. If you cannot afford an attorney, you could seek assistance from legal aid. Usually the legal aid attorney is here with us on the live feed, but she's not here yet. I know she's going to be here, I think, in person later for some cases, but we sent you the number of legal aid with the pleadings. You have the right to hear the case or have the case heard here in St. Joseph County, where the property is located. That's where I am. You have a right to a jury trial. You've never had one. I've never had one in 23 years, but Judge McManus had one. So in 55 years, we've had one landlord-tenant jury trial. At any rate, you have a right to demand a jury trial. And if you wish to have a jury trial, you must file the demand in writing within 5 days of today's date and pay the $50 jury demand fee unless the judge waives it for your inability to pay it. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord outside of court by going through mediation. Both parties are interested in that. Or you could reach some sort of agreement where you would come to a conditional dismissal that if you move by a certain date, they would agree to dismiss it. So, Miss, and it's always cumbersome to call you Finnerman Rarick, but I will refer to you as that. We had a couple of cases in this building before. This is a new building that your company purchased, and you're trying to get squared away on all of these units. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Webb, what's your position?
I came in after they bought the place. But yeah, that's pretty much my position. We pretty much got a mutual, we pretty much have a mutual agreement, but I just had surgery,
I don't think you have a lease. Do you have a lease?
I have a lease. It's only about 2 months old.
Let me look here.
We have these too.
Your Honor, I believe I emailed you the lease, or your office the lease on Wednesday.
All right. Ooh, let's see here. Email correspondence. Well, today's Friday. Elaine, is there a lease in our email somewhere? So what's your position, Mr. Webb? You don't wish to move?
Well, the situation was I kind of rented the place without seeing it. And then I got here and the conditions are pretty nasty. So I had texted her and told her that I was going to try to find another place and break the lease. In that time, due to the conditions of this place, my wife lost her job because her carport fell on the truck. And I just told her to replace my windshield because we couldn't go so many days without having a vehicle because we both work. So I had to just pay for a windshield. It still took 4 days, so my wife got fired for missing 3 days of work. And then I got a lawsuit on her because
Hold
I
on, will
fell
you
out here.
sit down and stay in one place?
Sorry.
Walking around like this
My
makes
bad.
me itchy.
So I
Just a
fell out
minute.
here and got hurt.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Long story short, I just had surgery 3 weeks ago. I'm out of work for 3 months.
I don't have it. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. All right. The reason I couldn't find the lease is because it was right in front of me. Is it not in on base or it
Yes,
isn't?
it is, but it's under the summons and complaint.
Oh, all right. Yes, it was received February 26th. So the lease is November 15th and it doesn't expire till May 15th. So Ms. Candido, this doesn't appear to be a just cause termination.
So go ahead, Your Honor.
When I first looked at this, I didn't know there was a lease. Apparently it came in 2 days ago or yesterday. It was date stamped yesterday. What's the legal posture of this case?
So, Your Honor, plaintiffs bring this eviction case pursuant to MCL 600.57141E. The defendant materially violated both the lease and statutory duties by, among other things, threatening physical harm and death to other tenants in the building. Such conduct would
Just a
constitute
minute,
a
slow
serious
down a
breach
minute.
affecting the health, safety, and quiet.
I don't see that in the pleadings anywhere. I see 1E. But I don't see any allegation of what it just says done by notice to quit. So you're alleging material violations of the lease?
And statutory duties, Your Honor, yes.
Where is that pled?
In our notice to quit, we put on the Michigan law.
You cited the statute, but you didn't allege any of the conduct.
I apologize, Your Honor. I'm looking it up. I'm pulling it up now. So, yes, Your Honor, we cited the statute in our notice to quit to recover possession of property.
Well, that's
And then
pretty weak. He
proceeded.
doesn't know what's in the statute. You did cite the statute, but you didn't cite any of the conduct. I didn't realize we had a lease until about a minute ago, and I should have seen it this morning. It was physically in the file. I don't know if it was there when I looked at it yesterday. All right, Mr. Webb, they want you to move. They didn't tell you exactly what you did other than violate MCL 600.5714, paragraph 1, paragraph E. You have any idea what that even means?
I got a pretty good idea what they're dealing with.
Well,
They're pretty much saying you
apparently
can't get along
more
with.
than this.
Pretty much saying you can't get along with all the neighbors. I mean,
staff
if you walk the halls once here, I mean, you can't go through the hallway
Well, we
without
don't
bumping
need
into
it
some.
at this point. What I would like you to do is stay in one place. Gonna give me
Sorry.
vertigo. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I don't know why you can't sit still. All right, they want you to move. Now, the law says you're entitled to have an adjournment of at least 7 days. So that would take us to next Friday. You would get 10 additional days from that day, which would be March 16th to vacate. Do you think you can move by March 16th?
Well, I had planned on moving. It's just, I just had surgery, so I'm out of work for like 3 months. I'm off, no weight bearing for another 3 weeks. I don't go back to the doctor until the 10th. And then after that, I could start putting some weight on it, but I can't go back to work for I had planned on just saving and just leaving this place, but
All right, well, okay, let's back up. Ms. Candido, I'd like you to file an amended complaint alleging what it is that he's supposedly being terminated for, citing the statute to a layperson, doesn't inform them of what the conduct is that they supposedly did to violate the lease. He's not gonna move because he doesn't have anywhere to go. So, we're gonna have to continue this for a week and then we'll argue about it further next week. But right now, he doesn't know what it was he did. When it was filed, there was no lease in it. And let's look at the calendar. Seven days from today is March the 6th. That's generally the first day of the month is very busy. Are you available at 1:40 March 6th, Ms. Candido?
I believe so, Your Honor. I'm checking right now. Yes, Your Honor, I'm available.
All right, we'll continue this to then. Mr. Webb, you did a good job of zooming in a timely manner, which I appreciate. All right, the allegation is that you have violated your lease, but you don't know what it is you supposedly did to violate your lease under just a general statutory notice. I didn't know either until we got here. There are other issues, perhaps regarding the covenant of habitability. One of the things they wanted to do is get everybody out of here so they could refurbish these units. This building had not been maintained for a long time, very well, before this company bought it. And I think they're trying to improve it. But threatening people and other things certainly isn't going to help your cause. Anyway, Ms. Candido, you have 7 days to file an amended complaint alleging what he did.
You have to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Webb, you got it. We're going to reconvene next Friday at 1:40 in the afternoon and discuss this further. If
Okay.
they get what they asked for, you would get 10 additional days from that day to vacate before you'd be subject to being evicted. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions?
No. Well, we can talk about it next week.
All right, I'll see you next Friday.